I'd like everyone to understand that they can only rely on themselves and are responsible for themselves. They must manage their body like any other possession. I like giving this sentence to my patients to tell them, you're responsible for your health, not guilty of being ill, but you own your own health and you must reclaim it. Realizing this really changed my perspective, because everything that we see of our body has been built with the food that we eat. So, if you want a body that is in good health, well, we must eat really good food. The food that Mother Nature provides for us, when she provides it, and where she provides it. It's clear that prevention is better than cure, and that every disease we prevent will not take root. And that really should be at the core of everything. Preventing all diseases by following a suitable lifestyle, by eating quality food, having enough sleep and physical exercise, by positive thinking, and so on. That way, we should be able to prevent many diseases.
We have very young people who should never have had certain diseases. Sadly, these are diseases of the 20th and 21st centuries. And in these diseases, stress is a major factor. So in immunology, the most important thing now is to boost the immune system much more, so that it functions without adding medications or antibiotics. Vitamin C is one of the things that help the immune system to function properly. Unfortunately, the body doesn't produce vitamin C, and the vitamin C in fruit and vegetables is not sufficient. It used to be sufficient for our parents back when they lived in a healthy environment, where there was no stress or any of the features of so-called modern life.
What do we hope to gain from vitamin C? It's energy. It's what makes the body function. It's the ATP. And the ATP is not something that's injected or swallowed. It is actually everything we eat. Everything that enters the body and ends up being turned into products that are recognized and processed by mitochondria, by the respiratory chain, and so on, in order to build the factory that makes our whole body work. Anything that attacks the body will therefore use up energy, and the best source of energy is higher intakes. Increasing vitamin C intake is not some minor step. I haven't mentioned magnesium or copper, although they have their indications. I'm talking about a molecule that is contained in more than 100 mechanisms that manage our body. The allopathic doctors that we have been until now have not been in contact with what I would term the positive aspects of this application. As I've always said, we have stuck to the precept of basic use. The World Health Organization recommends doses ranging from 80 to 100 milligrams at the most. Some learned societies cannot go above that. Why? Because they are managed by guidelines, and so on. Doses must not be higher. Allopathic physicians have remained wedded to this idea, and I believe they're mistaken. They're mistaken because experimental studies have demonstrated that vitamin C can be given in mega doses that were previously thought unfeasible. And these doses only serve a therapeutic purpose without causing any side effects. To date, no one is aware of any undesirable reactions or harmful side effects, not to mention any deaths.
Vitamin C delivers a therapeutic response that is very effective and spectacular, in my view. This opens up therapeutic solutions for practitioners who were previously helpless. And that's good for health and medicine. Mega doses of vitamin C have achieved several satisfactory results. For instance, after chemotherapy and radiotherapy, patients show no fall in their white blood cell level, also known as leukopenia, and no fall in platelet count. So patients feel better with less nausea, no hair loss, no pallor, no asthenia, and no fatigue. These are significant results.
When we hear talk of megadoses, we scientists are always a little bit cautious. But the science and all the leading scientific publications in the United States, Europe, and Japan have shown that high doses give extraordinary results. We're not euphoric. This is not a miracle molecule. We're just being realistic. Of course, no one should get fixated on vitamin C, but it should be combined with other molecules. If you can achieve a synergy and boost the energy effect, then definitely. I think the scientific community should consider vitamin C, if only for the people who need it most.
Cancer is treated using antimitotic drugs. These are aggressive molecules which kill cancer cells, but also attack healthy cells. And regarding the properties of vitamin C, I'm going to talk about another area. Until now, vitamin C has been discussed in terms of antioxidants, but it has other properties. In very high doses, it turns into a pro-oxidant. This is what researchers are focusing on at the moment. This pro-oxidative property that can kill cancer cells and leave healthy cells intact.
And that, unfortunately, cannot yet be achieved by chemotherapy. Chemotherapy basically kills lots of cells, including cancer cells, whereas vitamin C plays an extraordinary role. Because of its chemical structure, which is similar to glucose, vitamin C is absorbed by all cells. If patients need vitamin C and chemotherapy, then why not? And the synergy will actually boost the effect. For example, in cases of radiation, like at Fukushima, DNA is broken. This causes the activation of enzymes called PARP, poly-ADP ribose polymerase. These are the restorative firefighters of our DNA. Whenever DNA breaks, these enzymes are activated. The problem is, when there is massive destruction of DNA, these enzymes are activated so heavily that they consume all the energy of the cell, and the cell will collapse.
I gave oral vitamin C 2 to 4 grams every day for 2 months. Also, I gave 25 grams of intravenous vitamin C every 2 weeks. So 2 months treatments, the gene expressions of cancer risk return to normal.
The vitamin C molecule has been proved to give results at several levels, for several diseases, and to be compatible with the dogma, or what we call conventional treatment. If there are now new data, we must accept them. We must not reject new ideas out of hand, because we accepted antibiotics and vaccines. We are in an era where the cost of medications is a burden on the social security system and on people's pockets. It is now time to raise this issue, and there can only be one verdict, the verdict of science. Vitamin C isn't the quintessential miracle molecule, but it should be considered for all treatments to let people live in dignity. Because of its cost, which isn't very high, because it's available, and because it doesn't degrade, so it doesn't require a cold chain. It can already be transported in freeze-dried or soluble form, so it really can be made available to whole continents, such as Africa.
Above all, what we care about is providing a therapeutic response to an urgent and vital need for our patients.
Manufacturers have much to gain from taking an interest in vitamin C and in antioxidants generally. We mustn't turn our backs on it. I will say it again and again. This is not a molecule for today. It's for the future.